All right, the Oilers minus 120, Colorado even money. The total is at 6.5, 130 to the over. Buster, I'm going to go right back to you on this one. As I mentioned, the Avs, while tied for the Central, have a game in hand. This is their game in hand. I think a fairly easy schedule, with the exception of this is probably their toughie. If they can close out, run the board, their 3 games, the Central is there. The number 1 seed is theirs, and a date with either the Seattle Kraken, possibly the Seattle Kraken, or Winnipeg or Nashville. Give me your thoughts on this one.
Well, yeah, Carmine, Colorado are looking for that first place spot. That's for sure. And again, I know you said that it was a couple easy games, but they do play, like I had mentioned earlier, they do play Winnipeg and Nashville, those other 2 games. So, I mean, those 2 teams will be trying, maybe Nashville will be beat out by that time. Who knows? Obviously, these 2 teams, best teams in hockey right now, not named Boston Bruins, I guess. Colorado have won 14 out of 16. And guess what? Edmonton have won 14 out of 16 tonight. So that's pretty interesting. And again, like I say, they're fighting for first place. Both teams are fighting for first place. For me, I see this, and I see Edmonton favored, and I just shake my head. I know McCarr's not playing, but I mean, how are they favored in Colorado? I think the wrong team's favored. Bottom line for me here, I just think the wrong team's favored. I'm taking Colorado all day long. I already gave it out. The Avalanche are 6-0 last 6 meetings. They're also 6-0 last 6 in Denver. I don't know. Again, I guess I'm seeing something wrong here. I'm just shocked that they're an underdog in this spot. I really am. As for the total, I kind of lean over, but with both teams still, they haven't both played since Saturday, so that's pretty interesting. So again, and believe it or not, I'm kind of shocked, but Edmonton has been playing a little bit better on defense, so that's good for them because they're going to need to play a whole different brand of hockey if they're going to keep getting to where they got to last year in the playoffs, or if they're looking obviously to get to the Stanley Cup Finals for sure at least. So again, because of the situation, I do like it over because all the trends say over, but I'm a little bit worried about the over, so I'm going to pass. But for people that do want to bet the over, which I do kind of lean, the over 7-3-1 the last 11 in Denver. And as we've talked about on this show, the last 2 weeks we've happened to have Edmonton, and Edmonton is just a dead over club on the road. Now, 2 weeks ago we talked about it. It was the game went over easy against Vegas. Now, last week it was against LA, and Edmonton won 3-1 and it stayed under. So, but overall, the over for Edmonton is 23-8 on the road the last 31. So don't blame anybody betting Edmonton, Colorado over. The only thing that keeps me off it is, like I said, it's because of that rest and because of the playoff consequences of this game. So, but again, give me Colorado plus money, that's for sure.
Yeah, and this is an interesting line. And I'm going to go to you next on this one because you look at the opener, and the opener was looking at Wager Talk's live lines. Colorado opened at minus 115. The Oilers were at minus 105, and it's now 120 for the Oilers, and even money on Colorado. And I get it. The line maybe is slightly different with Cale Makar in the lineup, but he has been missing for the last 3 or 4 games, I believe, and they're still scoring 4, 5, 6 goals per game. That offense has been clicking at a good rate. And when I say this is the game of the night, these teams, the Avs are 13-2 their last 15 games. The Oilers, one better at 13-1-1, picking up 27 of a possible 27 of a possible 30 points. These teams are playing some of the best hockey right now, and this is a great one. I think it's obviously easier for us to say that that the Avalanche have a better chance of winning the Central than the Oilers have of getting the number 1 seed in the Pacific, unless you think that they are going to win out, and the Kraken are going to take at least one of two games from the Vegas Golden Knights. So it remains to be seen what is going to happen in this one. But give me your thoughts on this one. Obviously, you're looking player props here. Are you looking goal scoring props, shot props, save props?
I mean, with this game, you can. There's a million different ways that you can go down. Sometimes the hardest thing is to just narrow it down to just one or two, and so I want to get this down to one. And I know this. Sometimes the chalkiest play here. You know what? I have a prop for this prop. So, incoming square play. Get ready. Incoming square play. Just take Nathan MacKinnon over his shots on goal. This guy's a shot machine against Edmonton. They played him twice this year. He had 9 shots on goal one game and 11 in the other. And they got his shots on goal at 4.5 tonight. So he had, did you see? I don't know if you saw his stat line against Anaheim. He had 9 shots on goal and 8 missed shots. Guy took 17 shots. The last game. So when it comes down to it, he's going to be the one firing away. You got overtime, which is obviously a real distinct possibility when these two teams play. They did it earlier this year. So just give me Nathan MacKinnon over the shots. I'm just going to narrow it down to my favorite one. I'm going to play that and roll with Nathan MacKinnon.
All right, I like it. And, you look at the shot props, and it's like you mentioned, a lot of them out there. And neither one of these teams is resting players. Neither one of these teams is taking the night off because of the importance at play for both the sides. And you look at some of the shot props, and even someone like Connor McDavid, 3.5 minus 120 is his shot prop. There's a lot of 3.5s when you look at these shot props, like even Mikko Rantanen at minus 145 on the over 3.5, and Nikonish. Fuck, I'm sorry. I'm having so much problems pronouncing these ones. 3.5. Man, I've got to do like a KHL. Get Dan, the producer, to record me trying to pronounce the names for a KHL game. I would absolutely butcher it, but it would be probably one of the funniest videos out. It's kind of like that one that they have of the guy trying to do the EPL teams, and it's one of the funniest videos out there of pronouncing the team names. But that's where we are. Okay, I get it. I'm going to take some shot props, and I'll have some up for my clients as well too. And I think I mentioned a couple of them. I do like yours, and I'm going to take the Connor McDavid one. I think we see a very entertaining game, and it's obviously the game of the night.